So in this segment, we're going to be talking about the Brexit bill going up by between £5 and £10 billion. It depends which kind of figures you look at and what you take, because the OBR gave an estimate of how much it should cost, but it turns out that number is actually far higher. So increasing interest rates in Europe could push the UK's Brexit divorce bill by £5 billion. The government's Treasury Office has said. I don't think it's necessarily down to the growing interest rate. It's because the EU came up with a figure of how much the divorce bill should be. The UK disputed it, and at the end of the day, it turns out the EU were right and the UK were wrong. The new estimate comes as the European Central Bank increased its interest rates for the first time in 11 years by 0.5 percentage points. Simon Clarke, the Chief Secretary to the Treasury, made it clear in a written statement that rising interest rates affecting EU pension obligations, which, from what I've read in a separate article, is paywalled now, which is sucky. But the Treasury put the new figure at £42.5 billion. It's the same mentioned in the Guardian article as well. So you can see it's mentioned here. The European Commission calculated the divorce bill higher than the UK had it at £41 billion at the time of the three-party withdrawal agreement. So it's clear that the EU came up with a figure, the UK kind of disputed it. The Treasury's latest estimate puts the figure at £42.5 billion, up from £37.3 billion a year ago. So you can see a significant increase for it, and I think partly that might be down to the interest rate, but it's also partly down to the Commission coming up with one figure and the UK coming up with a different figure and trying to dispute it. It looks like even the OBR got this one wrong, and I don't understand how they've managed to do that. But the simple fact is the divorce bill is even higher. The cost of Brexit is even higher than what was initially thought, compared to what we've lost. Massive traffic jams in Dover, exports not doing great. Record number of vacancies because of the end of freedom of movement. I mean, and we're paying for MEPs who claim they never wanted to be there in the first place. We're paying their pensions. That's one of the reasons why the separation bill is so expensive. Because of our budgetary, because we signed up to the EU budget. That's why it costs so much. And obviously we had a lot of liabilities from pensions. We had a significant amount of MEPs. And at the end of the day, they need to get paid out. They paid into their pensions, etc. They were promised that they would be paid for it, and here we are paying for it. We're paying for people like Nigel Farage. But anyways, what you can see here is the divorce bill is jumped, and if interest rates go up again, the European Central Bank may raise interest rates again. We don't know because inflation is pretty bad in the Eurozone. As well, especially because of the Russian invasion of Ukraine has made it a lot worse. If you look at some of the Baltic states, but this is one worth keeping an eye on. So this bill, if it is down to the interest rates, could go up even more. Above 42 billion. It could be 43, 44 maybe, depending on how high the interest rates go in the Eurozone. We've had historic low interest rates over the last 12 years since the financial crash, and it's only set to go up. But anyways, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Support the channel on Patreon if you can. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one.